Hello. In this devotional, I'm going to share with you 3 thoughts from Psalm 81, verses 8 through 16, where we ask the question, will we listen to God? Psalm 81, 8 through 16 says, "Hear, O my people, while I admonish you. O Israel, if you would but listen to me. There shall be no strange God among you. You shall not bow down to a foreign God. I am the Lord your God, who brought you up out of the land of Egypt. Open your mouth wide, and I will fill it. But my people did not listen to my voice. Israel would not submit to me. So I gave them over to their stubborn hearts, to follow their own counsels. Oh, that my people would listen to me, that Israel would walk in my ways. I would soon subdue their enemies and turn my hand against their foes. Those who hate the Lord would cringe toward him, and their fate would last forever. But he would feed you with the finest of wheat, and with honey from the rock I would satisfy you." The question stands before us. Will we listen to God? Will we listen to the voice of our Creator and live the way that He has intended for us to live? You would think we would all automatically say, yes, of course, I will serve my Creator and do what He says. But I think that when we're honest and when we really examine our lives, we recognize that we are not nearly so apt to listen to God as we might say. Here are 3 thoughts from Psalm 81, verses 8 through 16. Thought number 1, abandon idols. If we were to listen to God, we would place Him first and foremost in our lives. We would serve Him and serve Him alone, because He will not tolerate syncretic worship. He will not put up with us serving Him, but also serving other things. He demands 100% of our allegiance. We must abandon our idols if we would listen to God and His wisdom. And your idol isn't necessarily some sort of statue that you lay down before and pray to. Your idol is that which you live for. And you will either live for God or you will live for some other thing, some other God with a little g of your making. Thought number 2, walk in His ways. Will we listen to God when He tells us how to behave? Will we listen to God when He tells us the things that we're supposed to do and say? Many of us would prefer God mind His own business and not give us such instruction. But if we are to listen to God, we must walk in His ways, meaning obedience to His law, faithfully living our lives in a manner that's pleasing and glorifying to Him. If we would listen to God, we would find this as a pleasure rather than a burden. Thought number 3, enemies would be subdued. If we would listen to God and be faithful to Him, abandon our idols, and walk in His ways, then He would subdue our enemies for us. He would lay them flat before us, and He would care for us as His precious children. He would make our way in the world for us. This is something I think we would all desire and we would all want. But we might not be willing to do it when we recognize the price, which is giving up our own sense of right and wrong and adopting His sense of right and wrong. These 3 thoughts come to you from today's reading of Psalm 81 through 83. If you'd like to read through the Bible with me, you can do so by joining the Facebook group Through the Bible, where we are reading the text of Scripture together.